They'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Thursday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. And it's Lamb at the 3. And for the Suns, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And Oladipo kicks to Warren. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
4 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Rubio misses.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Oubre, it's good on the putback.
Well, you can see Kelly Oubre Jr. just wants it more than everybody else. Such heart and desire.
For Indiana, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Knocked loose, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Looking for the first basket of the game. Oladipo against Booker. Indiana again missing.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
That's tipped. Brogdon with it. Now guarded by Saric. And that one's good, Brogdon.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Brogdon against Rubio. Right through the D for the layup.
Wow, that's a tough finish right there. I mean, that's very good defense, just better offense by Rubio.
Brogdon outside. Warren against Saric. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you think back to T.J. Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
That free throw good from Warren. And the way Warren improved his three-point shooting last year, Doris, was incredible.
No doubt, Kevin. This is a guy who went from below 25% the year before from distance to making over 40% of his range shots. He did all this while coming close to tripling his three-point attempts. What an improvement.
Greg, you talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
I'll tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Oladipo taking his time here. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Nate McMillan. Said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Devin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense. Brogdon the pass to Turner. Oladipo against Booker. Back to Turner. Oladipo outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one good for 2. Oladipo's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, the strength of Victor Oladipo is on display there, effortlessly absorbing the contact. Nicely done.
Poke loose. Booker finds Oubre. Takes a 3. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Oubre's got 5 now. The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. The 11-footer. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Suns leading. Rubio looking around. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. On defense, Indiana. Rubio outside. 5 on the clock.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Upside Lamb.
You feel like Jeremy Lamb has been in the league forever, mostly known for being a piece in the Harden trade when he left OKC, but Lamb is coming to his own the last few years.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Free throw drops for Lamb. That one misses.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Rubio with it. Now defended by Warren. Oubre on the wing. Over Lamb. Oubre can't get it to go. And Jeremy Lamb, you feel like, Greg, he could be kind of a late bloomer.
The improvement he's shown the last few seasons has been huge. Much more comfortable as a scorer, and the defense has picked up for him as well.
Now, here's Brogdon after T.J. Warren's miss, and that one's good, Brogdon. Now, here's Rubio. Saric up top. He's covered by Warren. Pass to Booker from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Oladipo against Booker. Warren trying to break loose. Turner passes to Oladipo. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Oubre against Lamb. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Malcolm Brogdon, number 1.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Aiden kicks to Rubio. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
That's so much that Rubio gives you. The last thing that has to come to me is the range shooting.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him.
but Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Doris, one of the biggest free agent signings in years. LeBron James going to the Lakers. What did you think of his first season with L.A.?
Well, when you're LeBron James, perhaps no athlete in the history of the NBA has borne the weight of expectation as much as LeBron. So if there's anything short of a playoff appearance, there's disappointment. But what I would say is, through Christmas Day and his first real injury that he had to endure, LeBron was playing like an MVP. We are talking about one of the greatest to ever do it. I expect them to turn things around in Lakerland this year.
I agree with you, and I agree on your prediction. Now here's Johnson. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Now Johnson. Shot clock at 5. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now here's McDermott. Defended by Bridges. And here's McDermott. Here's Oladipo. Banked in off the glass. Oladipo's got 6.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Oladipo. Floats one. Here's Sabonis. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Domantas Sabonis has a nose for the basketball. He understands if he keeps moving, he's going to get to the offensive glass.
Here's Rubio from 13. Yep, that one goes. He's got 6.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Now, here's Sabonis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, skill is such an important part of today's game, and that suits Domantas Sabonis just fine. This guy has great hands, can pass, and can shoot with range.
And the first one drops. And the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis, Domantas was born to play this game.
I think that translates, and you see it most often in his IQ on the floor. This is a young man that thinks the game at an extraordinarily high level, and he is as fundamentally sound a guy as you'll find in the NBA.
And Phoenix making a change here. Okobo's checked in. And Sabonis drops them both.
Well, Domantas Sabonis, the son of a legend, to me, guys, he has everything he needs to be an effective player for years to come in the NBA. Size, length, feel, there's a lot to like.
Here's Okobo. Here's Kaminsky. That's tipped, and they're able to recover.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Oladipo finds Holiday. Back to Oladipo. And there's the pass to Sabonis, and it's good for 2. Sabonis has got 6.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Bridges passes to Johnson. That 3 off the mark. Indiana leading by 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is Deandre Aiden. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
first free throw is good. Deandre Aiden, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint, and of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about Deandre Aiden, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player. There is so much to love about this Pacers team. Each guy, I feel like, is committed to having their teammates back. Go back to when Oladipo went out last year, a variety of different guys step up. They almost captured the 4 seed. Incredible.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Oladipo outside. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Well, I know the Pacers, Doris, felt pretty good going into the first round of the playoffs, but the Celtics turned on the switch in a big way.
Well, they sure did, and Boston obviously had so much talent, Kevin. But with Oladipo, you have to wonder how the series might have been different for Indiana.
Here's Holiday after the Suns pick up 2. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Okobo looking over the floor. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Johnson finds Kaminsky. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And now it's just a 4-point Pacer lead.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. Sinks that one from the post. Sabonis has got 8.
We are talking about 6'11", 240 pounds of nothing but big-time athlete. Domantas Sabonis doing work.
Now, here's Bridges. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Poked away, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Pacers with possession here. Pacers leading by 6. Oladipo with the ball. He's got 6. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. No good on that one. It's been all about Domantas Sabonis for the Indiana Pacers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions. Being able to do that, I feel like I'll have the capability to fill in when needed.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
We've got Kaminsky, also Bridges out there. Aaron Baines out there with Johnson. And it's Okobo in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. The kick out to Oladipo. Buries it from 3-point range. Oladipo's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
Oladipo becoming a major threat from distance. Nice.
It's blocked. here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Bitadze. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to McDermott. Sabonis trying to get open. McDermott can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And the first task for Monty Williams is going to be retooling this offense. Plenty of offensive talent here. Team has underperformed on that end for years.
And one of the things he wants to implement, Greg, Monty Williams wants to utilize more movement, right? He has mentioned a style similar to what they ran while he was with the Spurs organization. So don't expect to see any stagnant bodies on the offensive end this year.
Oladipo against Johnson. The tray. Offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Well, you love the aggressiveness of Domantas Sabonis attacking and using his size to his advantage.
And you look at per minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Deandre Aiden's checked in for Aaron Baines. Sharch comes in for Kaminsky. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Bridges. And it's Devin Booker in for Tyler Johnson. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
The shot by Sharch, no good. And it's Warren with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. 10-point lead, this is their biggest. Outside, Lamb. A floater. The kick out to Warren. It's good from long range. Warren's got 5 now.
Don't you get the sense that T.J. Warren enjoys the challenge of a defender in his grill?
Pass to Oubre. Aiden up top. No points in the game yet for him. Lamb against Booker. Over Lamb. Count that one. The Indiana lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Devin Booker.
You must respect the in-between game of Devin Booker. So good in the mid-range.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Warren. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Baseline jumper. Sabonis with the bucket. 13 points in the game.
This is a real strength of Domantas Sabonis' game. He has such nice, soft touch.
Kicks it to Ayton. Booker against Lamb. The pass to Okobo. Fires for 3, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Now here's Lamb. Brogdon outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Okobo. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Pacers leading by 6. Brogdon outside. And there's the call on Deandre Aiden. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
And Phoenix making a change here. Rubio's checked in. Turner's checked in for the Pacers. On the wing, Lamb. From the arc, drains the three-pointer. And the Pacers lead by 9.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
For 3, Booker, the rebound by Turner. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Passes it to Lamb. This one for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Aiton's got his 5th rebound in this one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jeremy Lamb.
You know, crafty, that seems to be the word most applied to Booker. Able to get the defense to overreact.
Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow, yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Now, here's Brogdon. They get a hand on it. 6 to shoot. Warren the pass to Bitadze. Here's Lamb. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Rubio against Brogdon. Lets it go from deep. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Then on Saturday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. Knocked away. Rubio with it. Ogden picks him up. Booker up top. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. That's now 8 points for Devin Booker.
I'll tell you, the consistency of a good first quarter leads to an excellent second quarter. Riding the wave here.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
They've been doing a lot of things right in this game, but something they have to improve on is their ball security.
TJ Leaves checked in for the Pacers. Suns trail by 7. Saric outside. Got a piece of it. Rubio finds Saric. Ayton trying to break free. Outside, Lamb. Brogdon outside. Pass to Turner. Here's Lamb. Nailed from three-point land. Lamb's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Ayton dishes to Saric. Turner with it. Now guarded by Saric. Rubio against Brogdon. And now it's Rubio running. He can go all the way.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Booker, he's coming off an excellent season. He was around 26 points per game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
The first one falls.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships
but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals trip came back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
And so Ricky Rubio nails both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Good on the three-point shot. Turner's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Aiden up top. Turner covering. Aiden against Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Oubre passes to Aiden. Over Turner. Here's Sharch. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Lamb. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lamb. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In third, the Pacers. Fourth, the Suns.
And these are two teams that excel at punishing opponents for their mistakes. I mean, they certainly did that last season.
And Sharch kicks to Oubre. No good from outside.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Pass to Leaf. Here's Brogdon, covered by Rubio. Here's Leaf. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Malcolm Brogdon. Last year, getting it done. First in free throw percentage, and you look at his three-point field goal percentage. How about top 10 in the league? He did not miss often.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations. Here's Lamb, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Down by 12. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Right wing. Jacks up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Rubio's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, this offense looks completely different and so much better spacing when Rubio can be a legitimate threat from range.
Now here's Lamb. 10 points for him. And it's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Pacers making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in. Suns trail by 9. 1:53 left in the first half. Tipped away. Now Holiday. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And close in the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
Well, the Suns, of course, have the league's longest playoff drought. 9 straight seasons of going on vacation early. And think about it, that's despite picking at the top of the draft year after year.
Free throw good from Holiday. And doors for the Suns going forward. It can't help that they play in the always difficult Western Conference.
That's right. The Western Conference is so strong at the top, and it's strong at the bottom as well. You know, you think about it, teams that didn't make the playoffs last year, Dallas, Sacramento, Minnesota, all of those teams are on the upswing. So how do the Suns eventually climb that ladder?
Suns trail by 11. Rubio outside. 1:29 left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Oladipo has it in the corner. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Rubio in the corner. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. There's the pass to Kaminsky. Oh, that's blocked. Here's McDermott. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 5 rebounds tonight. Rubio against Oladipo. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the second. And Turner kicks to Oladipo. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Releases. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Oladipo's got 11 points.
Well, it's a difficult guard contending with Victor Oladipo because this guy is prepared on the catch to make a shot.
From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Indiana, 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. There was a big-time first quarter for Domantas Sabonis. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One guy who's been getting it done is Domantas Sabonis.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Lamb in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Brogdon after the miss from Ricky Rubio. guys, Brogdon not a player that turns heads, but man, is he an efficient threat on the floor.
And he's been a great three-point shooter really since his rookie year. His field goal percentage continues to climb and has evolved into one of the best free throw shooters in the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Brogdon. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
First one falls for him. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
Both free throws good from Booker.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Oladipo against Booker. Pulls up. Oladipo misses. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the Pacers, a team that generally likes to work the ball until they find what they like.
No doubt, Greg, reflected in the fact that they were 27th in field goal attempts last season, right? That's because they are so patient and so disciplined on the offensive end.
And both free throws good for Oubre. Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. That was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love him.
Well, strong desire to get on the interior. T.J. Warren attacking with ferocity.
Passes to Šarić. Oubre outside. He kicks to Booker. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
They get a hand on it. And stolen by Ayton. Stolen by Brogdon. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. The shot, no good. Suns trail by 13. And here's Rubio. He's got 11. It's rebounded by Indiana. Brogdon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Now here's Brogdon. He's got 6. Here's Oladipo from 13 feet. It goes down. Oladipo's got 13.
This guy is a terrific mid-range shooter. Victor Oladipo, give him any space, he will take advantage.
Sharks looking around. Aiden against Turner. Clock at 6. Basket good. Aiden's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Oladipo finds Brogdon. Tipped away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Number 1, Miles Turner.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's got 13. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Warren. Kicks to Lamb. Poked away. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Oubre. Nice D from Warren.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
Oladipo against Booker. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. The Suns making a switch here. Okobo's checked in. So it's Phoenix now. 15-point game. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Phoenix no good that time either. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Pacers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Warren, and he banks in the layup. Warren's got 4 this quarter.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And Greg, you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Now here's Booker. 10 points for him. Ball's knocked loose. Sabonis with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Warren. Yes, that goes in. Warren's got 11.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Okobo. 7 points in the game. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Saric. And it's Bridges in for Kelly Oubre. Here's Aiden. Booker outside. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 13.
Well, Deandre Aiden is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Brogdon outside. Bitadze, the pass to Brogdon. It's blocked.
Boy, really tough to score on Deandre Aiden. Such a patient shot blocker, guys.
Stolen by Brogdon. Pass to Bitadze. The rebound by Okobo. Suns trail by 16. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for Victor Oladipo. On defense, the Pacers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. 5 on the clock. Booker, with no one around, bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Suns. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Warren against Bridges, and the pass to Bitadze. Sabonis trying to get open. Bitadze with the bucket. Bitadze's got his first bucket of the night. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Baines. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Ayton, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the upside for Ayton was always present. But Doris, were you surprised at how polished he was as a rookie?
Not at all, because Deandre Aiden has got a big-time offensive game. This guy can finish with the best in the league right at the cup. You know he's dynamic on the offensive end, and this guy's only going to add strength and get better on the defensive end.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
Well, if it's possible for a #1 overall pick to go under the radar, then I think that's what you'd say about Deandre Ayton last year. Doncic stole the headlines, certainly, but Deandre Ayton had a big-time start to his career.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Ayton hits them both. And the numbers that Ayton put up as a rookie, very impressive.
Well, Deandre Ayton said the lack of attention didn't bother him at all. This guy showed he can be a focal point on both ends, and he's only going to get better with more repetition.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
You got to give Aiden credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Brogdon outside. Poke loose. Sabonis kicks to Warren. Doubled by Bridges. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
A moment to check out Deandre Aiden here. Last season, he played outstanding. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Leaf checked in for Indiana. Good on both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Johnson with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Baines dishes to Booker. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, releasing the ball at its highest point, that allows Booker to drain jumpers over people.
Johnson against Holiday. No good that time. Good D by Johnson. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 13-4 run right now. The lead now in single digits. 22 points for Devin Booker.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
And stolen by Booker. Johnson in the corner. Passes it to Baines. 6 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Aiden. Another one falls for Phoenix.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Holiday against Johnson. And Holiday, here we go. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 5th rebound in this one. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Well, Tyler Johnson can get into the lane. He can find his way to the free throw line. This guy understands how to draw contact.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
That free throw, no good. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
He hits the second from the line.
I love the all-around game of Tyler Johnson. We know he can shoot it. We know he can pass it. But maybe my favorite thing is the guy is willing to rebound the ball from his position.
Now here is Holiday. Over to the wing. Sabonis, the pass to Leaf. Outside Holiday. Sinks the three-pointer. Holiday's got 5.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
1:14 left in the third. Here's Baines. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Johnson can't get it to go.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Holiday against Johnson. Sabonis trying to get open. Bitadze with the bucket. And now a 9-point Pacer lead.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Phoenix no good that time either. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. So for the Suns, Sharch comes in for Aaron Baines, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Booker. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. Lamb comes in for Aaron Holiday. And the second free throw, good. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Rubio. 11 points in the game. Saric outside. Now, Bridges. Shot clock at 6. And here's Johnson outside, but they get it back. Takes the three. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, Tyler Johnson off the bounce. That handle's so tight.
And we've reached the end of the third. Pacers out in front, leading by 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Hey, what we got to do here is we got to execute offensively, set solid screens, and be patient if you get the switch. Okay, be patient if you get the switch.
Well, the message there, practicing patience out there, doesn't want them to be in a rush at all.
And why should they? Right now, it's all about making the right play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Rubio and Johnson pairing up in the backcourt. Saric and Aiden at the 4 and the 5. And it's Bridges in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And it's sent back by Turner. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And that one's good, Aiden.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Sabonis, the pass to Leaf. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Saric.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Leaf. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Bridges. The Pacers also with a sub. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Both good from the line that time. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Rubio finds Saric. Pass to Oubre. Aiden inside. Turner covering.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Back to Brogdon. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Johnson kicks to Aiden. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Pacers making a change here. Warren's checked in. Rubio outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Oubre. Phoenix no good that time either. Pacers leading by 8. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for T.J. Warren.
Wow, if T.J. Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
Now, here's Rubio. And it's sent back by Turner. Rubio against Lamb. Shoots over Rubio, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Pacers lead by 13.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Brogdon. Outside Warren. 4 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Saric.
When T.J. Warren is being aggressive, good things tend to happen. Puts the defense in a tough spot there.
Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade, you see more 3-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than 2s. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area 2s, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and 3-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, one of my favorite things about T.J. Warren is how much he believes in his ability to score the basketball. He doesn't back down from anyone.
Now, here's Rubio. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Turner looking around. Here's Oladipo. That shot off the mark.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
But boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Brogdon outside. That's tipped. And that one, good. And that's 15 points for Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo is a star, and he powers through the contact to convert.
With the teardrop. Tries yet again. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Brogdon outside. It's Oladipo on the wing. Turner passes to Lamb. Outside Warren. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Oubre against Lamb. Saric dishes to Oubre. The shot misses. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
And they continue to control the glass.
Saric with it. Ogden picks him up. And here's Rubio. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Shoots it up. Misses off the right iron. Pacers leading by 9. Up top, Brogdon. Covered by Rubio. Lamb finds Warren. They double him with Saric. Oladipo outside. 6 to shoot. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Oladipo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Pass to Rubio. Oubre outside. Got a hand on it.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Rubio with it. Saric outside. Now the pass to Oubre. Good on the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
You think back to after the trade from Philadelphia, Dario Saric had a hard time getting settled in with Minnesota. They started him in a bench role, and it wasn't until he became a starter that you saw his productivity increase.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, T.J. Warren.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight, an outstanding performance. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Oladipo outside. Back to Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Rubio. Passes it to Saric. He kicks to Booker. Clock at 6. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And he's caught fire from long range here in the second half.
Brogdon outside. Pass to Oladipo. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. Good D by Booker. Oladipo with the block.
Wow, the athleticism we talk about with Victor Oladipo. Send it back.
Here's Brogdon. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Pacers lead by 10. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
Free throw drops for Aiden.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Now, here's Oladipo. Fires the three. They get the rebound. Can't hit from in close. Suns trail by 8. With the shot. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Sharge has got 4 this quarter.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
To the paint. Here's Oladipo. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Aiton's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Oubre outside. Oladipo against Booker. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Suns call time.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And it's the Suns with the ball. They trail by 6. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Oladipo. And Brogdon with a clear path to the rack. Finishes the break with a slam.
Love how alert Oladipo is on the defensive end, using that impressive reach to mess with the passing lanes.
It's stolen by Oladipo. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And he finished it off with a lay-in. And it's a 10-point Pacer lead.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Don't let Deandre Aiden get comfortable. This guy is a problem on the interior.
Now, here's Oladipo. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Rubio against Brogdon. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 6 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. That one a little long. Pacers leading by 8. Brogdon kicks to Turner. Oladipo outside. Back to Turner. Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
Oladipo against Booker. Feeds to Saric. Pass to Ayton. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pacers.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Victor Oladipo.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
Just we're pretty good. We play great together, and we play well together as a team. So when we do that, it's easier for us to beat teams.
Victor Wondermatha, thank you, my man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.